off my team. Now you're out here flexing. I've been getting it in, leaving haters guessing.
Welcome to Kitty Chronicles, and if you're tuned in, then you're in the right place to find out what you need to know, what you ought to know, and probably want to know. I'm going to introduce our panels: Mia, Miss Oh My, Josh, Nan, and I'm your girl, Kia Neve. And today we're going to talk about a more serious topic. We're going to discuss the foolery. Let's talk about the first foolery. Let's talk about Derek J. and what happened at his J-Spot salon. Well, I seen it on the news last night, and supposedly, I'm not going to say who she was, but she got her hair done, and she supposedly didn't like it, and went to the competition for them to redo her hair. And so the guy came and pulled out, waited in front of everybody, and didn't care.
So you mean to tell me somebody did a drive-by over some hair shows?
Surely did, and get serious about their hair.
Yeah, it's
People breaking in beauty salons stealing their hair.
Yeah, it's getting serious.
I understand that, but because her hair wasn't done, she went and told somebody to go handle the situation.
But it was the competition. That was the thing about it. So it was personal.
Years, bro. Like,
it wasn't serious enough, I don't believe. But to that person, clearly, they came there with a gun.
it could have told Derek to come outside and
shot
think
it
about
at
it. Shit like that. You
know
know what I'm saying?
What I feel about that is, I feel like when things like that happen, I ask myself, is it a publicity stunt? You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
Is it a publicity
he's
stunt?
gonna get
I ask myself those questions when things like that happen.
But look though, P Game, he said he's not even afraid of the police looking for him. Straight up.
He's lying.
He's not. He's all.
Well, he should turn himself
He's
in.
lying.
But he's not.
Yeah.
He should turn himself in if he ain't scared.
If he wasn't scared, he would do that.
Well, I mean, I guess he just felt like last night he wasn't gonna turn himself in.
If I was him, why ain't just put a Brian Nichols?
Well, I don't think
Just
he was.
wait to everybody on there and go and shoot 100 people and then go crazy.
I don't think he was about that life.
Oh, some
No,
weed.
he wasn't.
Some yaki.
Anyway.
Whatever it is.
The next foolery we're gonna talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce. They actually gave Rihanna an ultimatum: either you cut all ties with Chris Brown, or you'll never see Baby Blue again.
The dick too good. She can't do that. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
Auntie Riri can't see the baby.
She can't. And the thing is, Jay told B to go and tell her. He's gonna let her know you can't see her unless you
But
cut him
isn't he
off.
her manager or like mentor or something like that?
He
Supposedly he's her big
So
brother.
he couldn't go to her as a man and tell her.
First of all, how old is he?
That's
He's
why I feel like
55.
Yeah. You know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
like it's something else going on. It's something deeper
Nobody
that
don't want to see
I don't see.
Nobody don't want to see
Everybody don't want to
the
see.
devil anyway. So
Yeah, that they was
yeah.
messing around and he stood up for him and he made such a big deal about it with that award show where he was like, you know, I'm not performing if Chris Brown is performing and all this stuff. Made a big, deal about it. And then for her to go back and just do a duo with the man and then be
Yeah, I think it's something deeper, like you said.
It's
something
something
definitely deeper than a business
something
relationship.
I think it is deeper.
But
It
it's-
is.
but
I
brother,
would
sister
tell y'all, but
relationship.
you know what I'm saying?
It's almost like
time
Cassie and
consumes,
Diddy.
so.
Cassie and
Because
Diddy.
there's
You
a
know
lot of
what
people
I'm
that call people brothers and really don't screw
Y'all watch
them,
out for them girls who call your boyfriend brother. I don't know. You gotta really, really know that they really like sister and
I
brother.
ain't gonna even,
Alright.
I don't hear
So-
a few of them, so
Yeah.
I mean.
Alright. Alright, so let's talk about Bobby Christina and her new relation with her so-called
prime example?
adopted brother.
Exactly. Prime example, what we just talked about. You
Her
feel me?
adopted brother. Like, they really are in a relationship. Like, they just revealed it at a cookout.
Look,
And
Kid
they
Face,
said they was at the mall and holding hands, kissed up.
It was one of those nights they was in the mansion, just cool. Bobby
While she
Christina
was
walked out
vulnerable
with some
on
boy
that
shorts
stuff.
While she was
on,
getting
probably.
high.
While
And
she
he
on
was
that
loaded
dope.
up,
I
pointed,
mean,
and it went
She was
down.
getting
Whatever
high.
drug she was
It's
on.
the
sure
drug.
enough, they're not blood related, but I mean, if your mama adopted him, you literally, your mindset to be like, that's my brother. Like,
No blood
But they're not
ties,
blood,
no
so she
problem.
probably don't feel like it's.
He said it's the drugs.
Yeah, I believe. I know the influence.
I don't know. I'm gonna pray for it.
Family affair.
All right, let's discuss the topic, which is bullying. Bullying is a very serious topic. A lot of parents are kind of like brushing it on the rug. I don't think that they understand that it's a very serious situation that we need to look into. Us being parents, you know, on the panel, me and Miss Omai, I think that a lot of people don't understand that if you don't stop it now, it can really cause a problem when your child gets older.
Yeah.
Emotionally, physically, mentally,
'Cause, I
literally.
mean, back in the day, we were, if it was the issues, we were fighting with hands.
Right.
Nowadays, they bringing guns to school.
Don't nobody fight
on
no more.
campus.
Yeah.
So let's just say, what is bullying?
Bullying is basically taking control of a person and like corrupting their mind to making them weak to the point where they fear you, and to the fact where you just are vulnerable to everything they say or do to you. You feel me? Because I was bullied all the time in kindergarten. Yeah, I was a crybaby.
No,
Shit.
you
Man,
was
I
not
don't believe
crybaby.
it.
I don't believe it.
My little partner, Lil Paco, may he rest in peace right now. Used to beat me up damn near every day until I got me a little size on me, and then I worked his ass, and then I ran home. So I mean, shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit is everywhere, and it do corrupt your mind. I ain't gonna even lie, I was kind of scared of him, and he was little than me, but he had heart though. So you know what I'm saying? Little nigga had heart, you know what I mean? So it was like I finally just built up the strength to just
I'm
say, fuck
shocked
that, I'm
right
finna
now.
goddamn.
Yo, America, I'm shocked right now. Because I have seen this man knock somebody out with one punch. It was sweet.
Hey,
Look.
it happens.
Yo, oh,
I was a
man.
little nigga. He was littler, and he was more about it. So he's just pumped me, and then I used to cry all the time.
So what about you,
Well,
Miss Omar?
I'm going to give the definition of bullying. And that is a person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. That's the actual definition, the noun version of bully. I honestly believe in layman's terms is a person who uses what they have or words maybe
Yeah.
to make somebody feel less than them or to belittle someone or to make them feel like they're not on their level in layman's terms. So I can say in high school I've been on both ends. The first time I ever got into a brawl was being jumped by multiple females, and then retaliation, I was looked upon as bullying. I mean, so I can say that I was on both ends, but it was never an intention to put anybody 6 feet under. Like nowadays, it's just really serious now, and like I take it more serious with me having a child. So I'm glad that we're talking about it so that people can be aware of it and
You're right.
take it more seriously.
Josh, what do you feel bullying is?
I feel like bullying it derives from insecurities.
Yeah.
And it comes from people, from what they going through at home, going through, their peers and other outside factors outside of, the school arena. Because adults still do that. It not only goes on in the school
workplace.
setting, it goes on in the workplace as well.
This is true.
So I think it comes from insecurities. They try to shadow what they have going on in their lives and try to amplify what the negatives, if you will, in another person's lives, and try to capitalize off that to make them feel better.
Right.
And me personally, I went through that in elementary school, middle school. Over the years, it made me better. You know what I'm saying? Made me tougher. You know what I'm saying? They would call me feminine or this and that, sissy, whatever. But that type of thing, it didn't affect me because I knew what I was. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. And I was never the bullier. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe in doing that to people. Like what you sow is what you reap, pretty much. So I always try to treat people how I would like to be treated. So.
Okay. Well, what do y'all think? What makes a bully a bully? I mean, I honestly feel it's different things. Like it's a lot of things that can make a bully a bully.
Like what Josh said.
Especially when we're young, like kids pushing on you physically, taking your lunch money, writing bad notes about you, anything. I mean, it's a lot.
Right.
Or what I honestly believe everything, you're a product of what you were around, what happened at home. And you never know what somebody may grow up around. Somebody may go through verbal abuse at home. So they may mirror what they're going through at home and bring it at school.
That's
I mean,
true.
like you
That's
can't
true.
look at a person and say that she's a bad person I mean, behind every bully is a story, or behind every person is a story. So I believe that what you may have gone through at home can also be a big part of
Prime
why
example.
some people make.
Prime example is the Columbine incident. Little kid was getting bullied, you know what I'm saying, at school or whatnot. And, you know what I'm saying, they came back, trench coat, machine guns.
But not to mention all the suicides that resulted
From that.
from bullying.
Yeah.
You know,
Taking their own lives because of the torture, the internal. Because some people are not built to take that. Some people are strong enough to take it and, like you said, make them a better person and use it to better themselves. And some people can let it eat away inside of them and then make it turn into suicide.
And then
take their own life.
it goes along with being in different cliques and different groups. It's always, if you're not in the in crowd, then you're gonna get talked about. But like, what say, like, if it was your kin, like it was your family, like, what would you do? How would you handle that?
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah.
If it was my family, I mean, honestly, I can only speak for now because I'm older now and I have a child of my own. But back in the day, how we used to handle things, if we felt like somebody was messing with our family or our friends, we was gonna fight it out. We weren't trying to go get no guns or nothing like that. We was gonna fight it out. And I mean, people, even my mother and grandmother, they fought it out. I mean, what's so wrong with a little fight? But see, these days, nobody wants to fight anymore. Everybody, we done lost so many people in the last 5 years.
Yes.
To the point where you don't even want to be involved in no drama. Like, you just want to just go somewhere where you know the drama's not even gonna be
That's
here.
because people scared of loss. They scared of losing because they know they gonna get teased or somebody, even their own homeboy gonna like that. You don't want to beat your ass, bro. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying?
That'll hurt. That'll hurt.
So retaliation is a must.
You know what though? I believe that people are afraid of change. You know, because it gets deeper than the whole bullying situation. It gets deeper than the surface. Like, you really have to dig deep, you know, to figure out why is this happening. You know, and I feel like people are afraid of change. Like, people are afraid of indifference. Like, people are so used to things being the same.
Yeah.
You know, like as opposed to rocking the mohawks, girls.
People should be trendsetters anyway.
You're right. But people don't want to. People are afraid to be original.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what it is to me.
But that's who winning. That's who winning though. The ones that's original.
Yeah.
They winning right now because those are the ones that
Step outside the box.
started. Everybody else
Stepping
followed.
outside the box, right?
So what do you feel like the effects of bullying though? Like, what can happen to that person who's being bullied?
Suicide.
Yeah.
Some people be so weak to the point where they be like, fuck it, I can't deal with it.
Do you think that maybe it could be one of those situations where a person has been bullied so much to the point where when they get older, then they resent people? They don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
They kind of like,
yes, that's true. That's true.
They don't know how to communicate.
They don't know how to communicate, and they could be rude to maybe their family members and not know how to, just period. They just may not know how to communicate and bully people, like you say, like feeling like, oh well, I'm a whoop her behind to make her feel how I feel. I'm gonna get to you a certain way by putting some hands on you, or maybe, you know, belittle you, then oh, you know, this is how I feel. Let's talk about it.
Yep, or they can,
drugs.
They can get
Somebody,
addicted.
Yeah,
because they're trying to escape reality.
Yeah.
And what the reality is though, once your high come down,
You
still
You're back at day one.
Right. You're back at that
Still on
same
the
place.
Alcoholism. I mean,
I got a
people do
cousin.
that.
I got a cousin do that now, but he's a bully anyway. He done. I know him for, you know, I ain't gonna say it on camera, but he done did his dirt.
Right.
But he do it all. You know what I'm saying? Drink, smoke, snout, pills, everything. But when it's all said and done, he's still back. You know what I'm saying? The same person. You back at square one.
Back at square one.
So you really did defeating the purpose.
So like, I feel at the end of the day, it's something that we can do about it. And I feel with us being parents, I know you haven't had a baby yet, but speaking from a parent's point of view, a lot of you parents out there, if your child is coming home saying, "Mommy, it's a child pushing on me, this child keeps bothering me," I mean, 9 times out of 10 we're gonna tell them, "Well, hit them back."
Nigga tell mine, I'm gonna beat him up.
You going to jail.
But I think that they should find either a teacher or a principal that they trust. And I think, and it's not really quote unquote tattletelling, it's really about saving their own life. Because these kids these days, they're not who we were back in the day. The generation today is something serious, and they bringing knives, guns, and look at all the situations going on with the schools. So I think that your child should confide in somebody first to tell them what's going on, and if it keeps happening, I think that the parents should talk to the other parent and have a conversation
Well,
about
I
it.
hate to interject, but are the schools doing enough?
No,
Are they doing enough?
they're not.
I think they're shining more on it now that lives have been taken. But I think that there's more that can be done.
But see,
because they might tell teachers, oh, if this happens to you, write them up, and we're going to do this, and then are they really taking action?
But you know what? They need to get to the bottom of the point of why the bullier is bullying. Because maybe he has something going on at home, like you said,
Right.
that's making him come to school upset every day. A counselor or something like that can talk to this child to see, well, what's going on? Why are you bullying everybody? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
But answer your question, what about, you know what I'm saying, the kids that, you know what I'm saying, they keep you all in gold.
And you don't know that they got it
going on. And you don't know what they got going on, and they don't know to say that.
You know, that's funny you said that. That's funny you said that. I have a cousin that his mom always would speak for him. And he went through a lot of stuff. Now that he's grown, he doesn't know how to communicate those things. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, that doesn't work now. Yeah, that doesn't work now for him in his grown life. Now he's an adult because he doesn't know how to communicate.
You gotta speak on it, because if you don't, you're gonna be a nervous breakdown.
Yeah. And it happens.
Well, I have to admit something, y'all. I was a bully. Yes, I was a bully. And this is in elementary school, and the reason why was because I felt as though I needed a friend. And the person that I felt I needed to bully was interesting. She was unique to me. She was original. She wasn't like everybody else. And I was getting tired of hanging around the same boring type people. So my approach to her, I didn't know how to approach her. Because it's different. You don't know how to approach somebody if they're not what you're used to. So what I did, I would, try to push on her and call her names and talk about her. When at the end of the day, you can't talk about nobody because you got stuff going on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I was a fat kid. I had crooked teeth. I mean, I did, right? You know what I'm saying? Braces fixed everything with that. But, walking back and forth to the bus stop made me lose a little weight. But at the end of the day, for real, at the end of the day, I had to approach her, you know what I'm saying? Because I made her cry. And she had wrote a letter, you know what I'm saying, to God. And it hurt my feelings that she did that. Because I am a strong believer in God, you know what I'm saying? And I had to check myself. And we have been the best of friends for years. I ain't gonna say how many because then I'm gonna tell who I'm talking about. We've been friends for years and I love her to death. And to this day, if anybody do something to her, I'm going at their head, straight up. Because she's a sweet person and that's just sometimes.
She wrote a letter to God.
She did. But
were you just a bully in elementary school though? Or did you carry that bullying on with you?
You know what? Everybody used to say I was still a bully. Everybody said I was still a bully. But I never bullied y'all. I never bullied my other friends. Because I knew how to approach y'all.
I feel like you bullied me now.
I knew how to approach them. Because I had learned from elementary school. But people still look at me to this day as the girl who was the bully. I'm not the bullier. Okay, I just don't take no shit. Shut up. Alright. Was any of y'all, come on now. I want all the bully on the counter now. Y'all got some stories.
I said I was looked at as a pile of bully at one point.
Yeah, you still do.
Oh, lie.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
So what we gonna do about it, y'all? Because it's funny, but it's a serious matter though. Because at the end of the day, we talking about somebody's child.
Well, how were you the bully?
I feel as if
her voice is outshadowed.
A bullier. I feel as if I was actually a person that I stuck up for myself. I also can honestly say that some things that I may have dealt with in my past that I may have been trying to cover up, maybe had a little anger, and once I realized that when I had an intervention, sometimes what you can do about it is sit around and if you feel like, oh, you're talking to me a certain type of way, or I feel like you have a bullying mentality, because like we said, it doesn't just happen with your kids. It happens nowadays. You can sit around and say, okay, we're going to call a meeting. I want all of us to sit around and let's just talk about how we feel about this. And it works. Communication is the key. Like, bullying comes from people feeling some type of way, but guess what? If you talk about it, you get off your chest, you express it, you find somebody who can identify with your problem, go into group counseling,
Exactly.
where with people who deals with the same issue that you deal with, you can also always better that.
Exactly. So, what should be the punishment for a bully, though?
Like I don't, like
It
we just said, it
depends
comes
on how
from
what the
Yeah.
extent is.
Jail,
It depends.
suspension,
depends on how far the
It
bullying
depends
goes.
on
I
the
feel.
situation.
expulsion. What should it be?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, in
I mean-
school, in high school.
Because
I mean,
I think it should be a
Expulsion.
verbal warning, and then
Some-
I think it should be a discussion with the parents.
Okay, teacher.
Some people just need to be talked to.
And I'm not a
Some
teacher.
some people just need somebody to
or
talk
attention. Yeah.
to. Or attention.
Right.
Some
I
people
agree.
just really need to be
It
talked
is
to.
to
But
be
some
Some
Down
people just
in
need
touch.
their ass whooped.
Whoa,
yeah.
not that way. I wasn't mean reach out and touch like that
Right.
way, but
But it comes
Okay.
from what the
We can
kids
use that
see at
too.
home. The parents make them feel invincible, and you can't do that. I mean, I know everybody don't want their child to be a punk and want their child to be lame,
Right, and-
but at the end of the day, you don't know what anybody else's child can do.
But you have to,
You don't know.
look at, you have to look at
What
the
they're
difference in
capable of, right.
generations. Like, you know, our generation is totally different from the generation that's in middle school and high school
I don't know
now.
what the
You know,
hell they
we're
got
totally
going on.
different from them because, you know, it's just a lot of stuff that they do now that we didn't necessarily do, that we're exposed to more.
Damn, this
You're
shit
right.
rock
You know what I'm
kicking my
saying?
ass.
So,
Oh my bad. I ain't even say that.
So, I like if this is happening to you or to somebody that you may kind of have come in contact with or whatever, what would you do? How can you help?
I've always been the guy to people call me for advice, and I always give pretty much good advice. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
like, if I can help you, I will. You know what I'm saying? It's all about communication overrules everything. Some people just need to be talked to. Some people just need to be heard. Like, real
Right.
talk. So, I mean,
Well,
find someone you can talk to.
yeah. Find somebody that you can trust. Yeah, you can't talk to everybody
oh, we can take a hit at it.
because everybody's
Oh,
not passionate
man.
about the situation.
what do our viewers have to say?
You said what now?
What do our viewers have to say?
I'm gonna check my phone right now. Are you a stalker? Twitter. Shout out to you, girl. You had a lot to say, and it was really helpful.
Thank you for this.
Because she's a teacher, and I know she probably experiences stuff like this every day. She basically was saying that she feels that there's a difference between bullying and arguing, and she said that some parents need to empower and encourage their children and let them know that being talked about and messed with is just a part of life sometimes. Because a lot of kids may feel like he's bullying me, and kids are gonna taunt, kids are gonna play. But then she said there's a situation where if it gets serious, then they should, teachers should get more involved. It's just not a job, and they should get more involved. So shout out to Arya Stalker. That was some, good advice. If you all need to call Kitty Chronicles, discuss any future topics or anything like that, give us a call. The number is actually 888-215-7091. You can go on our website at kittychronicles.com, or you can go on our Twitter at @KittyLitterbox. I want everybody to get involved. This is a serious situation. I want to thank everybody that viewed tonight. Leave us some comments or questions, or if you want to be a future guest on any of our future shows, please hit us up. Thank you. God bless, and happy St. Patrick's Day. If you don't have on green, you need to get pinched.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So now we're ready for tip snips.
Bullying is a very serious matter. Estimated 160,000 students miss school daily due to some form of bullying. 1 in 7 students between the grades of kindergarten through 12th grade either are a bully or have been bullied. The thing is, parents, you need to get more involved with your kids. Educate them on what bullying actually is. Let them know what the signs of bullying are, because some kids just think that if they get punched in the stomach, the classmate is just playing, when really your classmate be trying to take you out. Times have changed. Things are not the same as it was back in 1990, when you can actually go beat up your classmate and y'all can duke it out on a one-on-one. Now, if you try to fight, you might lose your life. Schools need to get more involved as well because most of the bullying happens in school. No one ever knows what the kid is going through outside at home. So counselors get involved, principals, teachers, social workers, whatever, get involved in students' lives so they know what's going on. Parents, you also need to get involved as well. At the end of the day, the last thing we need is another colorblind high school shooting. Also, for those students or children, I need to say, who don't show any symptoms of bullying, parents pay attention to other types of symptoms. Is your child being withdrawn? Is your child more depressed? There can be some psychological issues going along as a result of bullying, which depression leads to suicide if it's not treated properly. At the end of the day, take care of your kids. Let them know what's going on. Educate them. Educate them. Yeah. I'm out of here. That was good, Sarah.
Kicked you off my team, now you're out here flexing. I've been getting it in, leaving haters guessing. Took me through the pain, left me in the rain.